Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aryan Singh, and today I am going to discuss about NAXALISM. So let's start with its introduction. In 1967, a peasant rebellion was started in a small village of West Bengal called Naxalbari under the leadership of Kanu Sanyal, C. Majumdar, and Jangal. This rebellion movement was against of feudal landlords with objective to rightful redistribution of land to the peasants. Because it was started in a village called Naxalbari, it get this movement start calling us get its name called Naxalism. It is mainly in under backward districts of underdeveloped districts of Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, and Jharkhand. They are highly influenced by communist ideology called Maoism. That's why they also called Maoist. So now we will discuss about what are the causes which gave birth to this movement, that is Naxalism. There are many reasons behind it. First, uneven distribution of land among the among the peoples of society. As we all know, during British era, tax collecting system was introduced by them called Jamindari system, in which the lion's share of land was in hand of few peoples of society, which led to, and after even after the independence it was continued, which led to discontent among the farmers and they started rebellion, which later came to be known as Naxalism. Second reason behind it is tribal discontent. If we perceive the scenario, we will realize that this is mostly happening in tribal belt. What is the reason behind it? I will say. According to me, the Forest Conservation Act of 1980 deprived the tribal community to use the goods and product of forest, deprived their activity within forest. That's why it led a discontentment among the society of tribals, because their livelihood is totally dependent on forest, and which was deprived by the government. That's why it led a discontent against state or government. And there are many other reasons like social economic gap among the society, and not better development in those built by the government, some loopholes by the state government of respective states, that they think this is problem of center, so they didn't take any proper steps to eradicate this problem, and later it become a havoc for the society. Now there are many steps also taken by the central government to eradicate this problem, like one of the best scheme recently launched by Rajnath Singh called Samadhan scheme by the Home Ministry, in which they are targeting 8 points. Second, rehabilitation program launched by the government to take the Naxalist to mainstream of the society. Third, aspirational district villages were formed. Fourth, many operations were conducted by the military operations were conducted by the government to annihilate this problem from the society. And nowadays government is also using artificial intelligence and new technology to deal with this problem. Now coming to the most important part of this discussion, that why Naxalism is the biggest threat of India. I am quoting the former Prime Minister of India, Manmohan Singh, has said that had told that the biggest security threat of India is Naxalism, not terrorism. Because if we go through the facts and figure, then we will realize that the killings, the death, the casualty, the loss of assets money is much higher as comparison to terrorism, because I am sharing data to you from 2009 to 2019. The death or casual killing done by Naxalism is approx 4,000, and same from 2009 to 2019 the death and killing done by terrorist attacks or terrorism is only 1100. So you can see the death and casualty by Naxalism is 4 times bigger than terrorism. Even then, it is an underrated social and security threat in our society. People are not aware about it, that it is one of the biggest threat. And what I realize, one another perspective of this matter, that as I said earlier, they are influenced by a communist ideology called Maoism. And you need to know that this Maoism ideology was given by Mao Zedong, who was the former president of China. And to propagate their ideology, because China is our enemy country, he tried all tooth and nail efforts to propagate this ideology and spread, unleash chaos in Indian society by all these, by using all these toolkits. That's why he used to give funding to Naxalist and Maoist, providing weapon to fight against the state of our country. So it is also security threat, and there are many various reasons also behind it. We can't cover all the in a same video. Now, coming to the conclusion, as a responsible citizen of our country, we all should need to aware about the social security national problem of our country, and we also need to make aware our friends, colleagues, everybody, so that it will keep giving pressure to the government to fight practically and eradicate all these social evils and security threat of our country, so that our country get developed. This all this stuffs what finally do, it become stymie on our development, on development of our country, which finally affect us. So I will request you all to be aware and make aware about our social problems, national problems. Thank you and Jai Hind.